Howdy, Cherry here, and welcome back to my channel. November 1st of last year, I decided to start drawing every single day to get better at art and to develop more regular art drawing habits. To kick it off, I drew this image with the idea that I'd redraw it every so often to show off my improvements. I recently passed 100 days of drawing and I started a redraw that day, but I had work and I just didn't have time to finish it that day, and then my weekend was kind of busy and yada yada yada. Video got delayed. Sorry about that. But we're here now. The drawing is done, the video's here, and I get to talk about what the last 100 days of my life was like. Usually for these types of videos, people will have like notebooks or sketchbooks or whatever full of all of the drawings they've done over the past several months. I do not have that because my approach to daily drawing has been different. I've talked about this in previous videos, but instead of trying to draw a finished drawing every day, I've tried to spend time drawing every day, which means that some days I may only have 15 minutes to draw and can't do a clean finished image. I, of course, work full-time, and I just have things in my life as an adult that mean I can't commit as much time as I would like to drawing. So instead, I've more committed to just trying to get in the habit of drawing more often, to give myself the opportunity to do something I enjoy and improve at it. Most of the time I spend drawing is actually spending several days on one image, which usually gets turned into a speed paint. So I've actually got a whole library full of most of the stuff I've drawn over the past 100 days on this channel. I spoke about this in my 30-day update video, but when I started this challenge out, I thought I would be doing mostly studies and stuff because prior to this, I didn't draw super frequently. So I thought I'd spend more time getting better at art and slowly start building up ideas from there. The general plan was to do some kind of study like anatomy study or gesture drawing or something like that, unless I had a specific thing I wanted to draw, in which case I just let the inspiration motivate me to draw that day. I have hardly done any studies over the past 100 days. I've mostly just been drawing things I've been inspired to draw, which has been a strange experience because I fully expected at some point that my motivation would wane and I'd actually have to do studies, and it has sort of slowed down a little bit, so I probably after this video will have to go back and actually learn how to draw instead of just drawing whatever I want. But as it turned out, the reason I wasn't drawing as much prior to this wasn't because I didn't want to draw, it's because I wasn't actually sitting down and drawing. There are plenty of things in any given day that I want to draw. I just didn't have the discipline to draw it. I didn't have the space and time in my schedule to actually sit down and draw those things. And now that I do, I'm just drawing so much more frequently. And even though I'm not doing nearly as many studies as I want to, that has translated somewhat into improvement in my art. Granted, it's definitely not the level of improvement I would have liked, but I've definitely got more comfortable with a style now, which is not something I really had as much comfort in when I started this. I barely knew I wanted to do line art. I only had just started messing around with halftones. It was just kind of a mess. And now I'm a lot more confident with it. I have a better idea of my workflow when I'm drawing. It's just drawing is easier now that I've done more of it. When I started drawing this, I genuinely didn't expect much of an improvement from the first drawing I did, but after finishing it, I feel like it's actually a lot better. Not only have I gotten a lot more comfortable with my style, I feel like I'm a lot more confident with my posing, and I feel like I have a little bit of a better grasp of anatomy. For a very small example, in the original image, I wanted her head to be tilted, but I couldn't make it work out the way I wanted to. Whereas in this image, it looks a lot nicer. Generally speaking, I'm just really happy with how this piece turned out. Anyways, this is how it turned out, and the comparison between this drawing, the first day drawing, and my 30-day drawing is going to be up in a second. I'm really happy with how it turned out. Again, I wasn't expecting it to turn out nicely, and then it did, which is it's always a great feeling for things to turn out better than you thought they would. Usually on this channel, I like to do character design focused things. I've got some fun stuff, especially with OCs, in the works. I've got a lot of cool stuff lined up. If you want to see tidbits of that before videos go up, be sure to check out my Tumblr, especially my art Tumblr, because that's basically the only social media I'm active on right now. And yeah, if you liked the video, give it a like, subscribe, leave a comment telling me which version of this image you like the best, if I actually made an improvement this time versus my 30-day image, which was a whole mess. And yeah, that's it from me. I've been Cherry, and I will see y'all next time.